supporters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Son. Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Cimino & Philippone is a New Jersey-based law firm with offices in Morristown and Hazlitt, devoted to providing quality legal representation and personal attention in the areas of residential and commercial real estate, estate planning, and personal injury. Contact Joe Philippone at 732-203-0060 or by email at jphilippone@cf-lawfirm.com.
Choosing a college is a big, big, big deal. But I know I started right, because CCM is in the top 2% of community colleges in the nation. And at County College of Morris, I get to choose from over 100 programs. Whether you're just out of high school,
like me,
exploring career options,
like me,
or seeking lifelong learning,
like me,
make CCM your choice, like me. Go big and visit ccm.edu and aspire to be you.
room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Choosing a college is a big, big, big deal. But I know I started right, because CCM is in the top 2% of community colleges in the nation. And at County College of Morris, I get to choose from over 100 programs. Whether you're just out of high school,
like me,
exploring career options,
like me,
or seeking lifelong learning,
like me,
make CCM your choice, like me. Go big and visit ccm.edu and aspire to be you.
I was born fast. Parisi made me faster.
I thought I could jump. Parisi brought me to new heights.
I wasn't always quick. Parisi made me lightning fast.
Strength was never my strength. Parisi changed all that.
Starting us off at number 5, here's Mendham's Liam Lloyd with the snipe past Morristown goalie Dylan Peck for his 10th goal of the year.
Daniel Leonard with great defense to steal the puck back, moving behind the goal to pass it back into the middle to Ryan Leonard with a first-time shot to make it 3-1 for Bernard's first whipping.
Coming in at number 3 is Par Regional's Dylan Zelinskis on a great individual effort, creating a breakaway opportunity for the goal as Par Regional breaks through for their first win of the season.
Morristown with the pressure on all of the Mendham players to give Harry Stetton an incredible breakaway to fake out the goalie, letting them know who the boss is to score the 4th goal for Morristown.
Finally at number 1, it's Pope John star Alana Robinson with the crossover against Sparta's Bryn McCurry and finishes with the smooth jumper. Let's take a look at that again, but in slow motion. The Wrap-Up Report's top 5 plays of the week are brought to you by Planet Networks provides award-winning high-speed fiber internet, telecommunications, and managed technology services, keeping essential information, technology systems, and connections updated, safe, and secure 24/7 requires specialized expertise and support. Planet Networks delivers as a trusted partner, enabling you to accomplish your personal and professional goals. For more information, visit planet.net or stop in and visit the local Newton or Denville offices and tell them Morris Sussex Sports sent you. If you want to catch even more highlights from Morris Sussex Sports broadcasts, tune into the Wrap-Up Report as we feature top plays and athletes, as well as upcoming previews of the teams you want to watch out for that weekend. You can check us out on Thursdays at 6 p.m. right here on Morris Sussex Sports.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage. Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
Rich Latman, realtor with Keeneland Latman, Sotheby's International Realty, enjoys helping clients through the process of selling their home and finding their dream home. Whether you need more space, are a first-time home buyer, or ready to downsize, Rich can help. Rich is a National Association of Realtors Circle of Excellence Award winner and one of the top producers in his area. With Rich, you can always expect expert analysis, excellent service, and exceptional results. For all real estate in Morris and Somerset counties, contact Rich Latman at 908-839-8487 or by email at rlatman@klsir.com.
Sussex Meatpacking in Wharton, New Jersey is a family-owned and operated business specializing in USDA prime and choice meats, pork, poultry, lamb, veal, and many other store-made specialty items. They also have a fantastic deli, a wonderful market with all the freshest fruits, veggies, and pre-made meals, and they can cater any event, including your family holiday dinners, more delicious than you can on your own. Visit them at sussexmeat.com.
Hey, don't you just love it when Morris Sussex Sports broadcasts your game? Or do you prefer a silent, motion-detecting camera just following the movement on the court? Let's face it, the only real way to watch your favorite team is through Morris Sussex Sports' award-winning service that brings you play-by-play commentary, live instant replays, cool cinematic graphics, real-time scoreboard, fun fan engagement, and much, much more. Plus, all of our broadcasts are free to watch. Grandparents can easily pull it up on their smart TVs, and alumni can watch from all over the world. So, if you want to reserve us, have your games broadcasted the Morris Sussex Sports way, then just reach out to me, George Muha, at george@morrissussexsports.com, or call or text me at 973-713-5944.
An overcast sky here at Frederick Douglass Field, but we welcome you to the USL League 2 action on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports. It's tonight's game between Morris Elite and NJ Copa. David Hassagen along with Sebastian Bravo. Sebastian, a tough weekend result for Morris Elite's men's team. A tough 3-2 loss in their last contest, showing a little bit more heart, but still trying to find the back of the net and trying to find another tick in the win column.
Right. I mean, just this team has all the heart, all the compassion. I mean, they can just come back as much as they want, but they're not showing results. And we're seeing that with all these losses, and hopefully they can turn this around.
João Campos with a goal and an assist, and also a goal from Santiago Vasquez, one of the newcomers from Sussex County Community College, in that defeat in their last contest against FA Euro. On the opposite side, NJ Copa also struggling a bit this season, a 2-1-4 record coming into this game off a 3-1 loss against Manhattan. They're also without their top goal scorer, Jeremy Savaria, so it'll be interesting to see if this is a little bit easier for Morris Elite's back line, which we've seen had struggles, but it'll be interesting to see what they do against the 4-3-3 of Copa.
I mean, definitely. This Copa team has, like we were saying, many chances to prove their worth, and let's see what we're going to bring out on the field today.
And all eyes will be on the 22 for NJ Copa, Pablo Kowecki from Cleveland State. He's actually got a couple of goals and two goals, 2 assists so far on the year. So he'll be the danger man out of the midfield, but we will see how things play out. Let's go through actually that starting 11 for NJ Copa. Samuel Jones, the Winthrop man, gets the start in goal. The back line of Carlos Portas, Gabriel Otto, Carmel Segu, and Anthony Ravito. A midfield three of Pablo Rosso Rodriguez, Jonathan Yazo, and Pablo Kowecki. And the front three, Andres Lazo, Albert Portas, and Eric Sirkin. The 4-3-3 formation there for NJ Copa. For Morris Elite, 1-0-7 on the season. A 4-2-3-1 for them. Alex Velasquez gets the start again in goal. The back line of Adames, Santiago Vasquez, Cormac Pike, and Jordi Navio. Luke Smith and Edward Rossier anchor the midfield with Oscar Valencia, João Campos, and Matt Agudelo in the attacking mid. And Asambo Augo gets the start tonight up top for Morris Elite. Cool temperatures tonight, mid to low 60s. Cloud cover and occasional showers expected tonight.
Right, and just to let you know, this turf is very, very wet right now, but I'm hopeful this team will get a good match going on this field. Just be careful, they don't slip today.
Yeah, certainly the conditions for slipping, sliding, good slide tackle conditions, but also a good chance for pulled hamstrings. So that'll be obviously the concern for the players as they get ready for this contest. A lot of big games going on today.
Yep.
NYCFC versus the New York Red Bulls in the quarterfinal of the U.S. Open Cup being played about 2 miles from here in Harrison. Big game that's going to be kicking off next to us, but we are happy that you have joined us here on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports, and we want to thank our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. We want to thank, of course, Alfred Sports Shop, the Shop Chatham, and Jag1 Physical Therapy for their support of Morris Elite Soccer and all of our broadcasts here on Morris Sussex Sports. As the teams are getting ready to come out here. And I think the big key for Morris Elite will be, again, João Campos. As soon as he's come into this lineup, he's made the difference, the native of Lisbon, Portugal. He's been on the assist side. He brings a lot of energy to this team. You'll see him all over the midfield. And now he's finally starting the back of the net. So let's see if he can take advantage of this Copa team that hasn't been great on the defensive side. As the teams take to the field. And despite the weather, some hardcore fans have made it out here. We thank them for being out here on the field, and we thank, obviously, all of you for joining us here on the stream. As we will pause now for the playing of our national anthem.
national anthem complete, and we are on our way to kickoff.
That we are, Sebastian, and it's going to be a very entertaining match, a very evenly played game we expect. But before we do, we want to take a quick pause, though, and send our condolences to a member of our New Jersey family, Tony Siragusa, defensive tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. Burley High School grad, passed away today at the age of 55. 13-year NFL career, including winning the 2000 Super Bowl over the Giants, and also a sideline reporter at Fox Sports. So all of us here at Morris Sussex Sports want to pass along our condolences to the Siragusa family, and we wish them all the best in this difficult time. Two captains out there ready to go. Cormac Pike, the number 4 for Morris Elite, gets the armband again, and Jonathan Yazzo, former Ramapo player, played at Cliffside Park, also a player coach within the NJ Copa system. Number 10 will get the armband for the visitors. Wearing their red with black shorts, they will be going left to right in this first half. Morris Elite wearing the all blues, the traditional home uniforms, going right to left in this first half.
Really interesting how coach for FC Copa is playing on the team, you know what I mean?
You see it sometimes. You see it occasionally, especially in this
definitely.
league. And we see players that are sometimes in their late 20s, early 30s, especially in this division. So not totally unusual, but at the same time, you like to have that veteran experience sometimes with these younger guys.
I mean, that's why
who
you
are picking
have
up the game.
That's why you have that. That's why you have that kind of guy on the team. He knows the plays that this team is familiar with. He knows how to execute them well. This is the kind of experience they need, and that's the kind of captain you want.
And especially if you run the same patterns in your youth system as you do at the pre-professional level.
Right.
All it just becomes a pipeline, and then it just rolls over. Evans, looks like NJ Copa will get us started here. The number 11 of Albert Portas. The two Portas brothers from Barcelona, Spain, will get us started going here. Both playing a couple of years in the La Masia Academy in Barcelona. Actually, nope, Morris Elite will actually get the call. A little confusion there after the coin toss. And it'll actually be Asembo Augo who will get the start here. And Morris Elite lining up everybody right on the halfway line. They're going right into the attack. And we are underway here on what is a night that feels like it's one of those. It's an interesting atmosphere with the weather. It makes it feel that much bigger as this one's headed across, cleared away by Samuel Jones and upfield. Morris Elite trying to get into the attack early on, taken away by DeRosier. DeRosier will send it back to Jordi Navio, and now out to the wing.
Again, you can already see this kind of play that Copa is doing. You can see that little bit of a pressure play, a little bit of a contingency, close quarters, between player, opponent, and that's kind of working for Copa.
As that's a long ball over the top, but offside.
Oh,
there was
a little bit of contact.
Elite.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there with the goalie.
Yep, or click flag there by the linesman, so had that one clear. But no, you're seeing that midfield press in the defense for NJ Copa, so we'll see if they can force the turnovers there.
And again, just to point this out, which is actually really interesting, that is the same play that we've seen other opponents use against Morris Elite, which kind of needs Morris Elite to use their experience with other teams using that same kind of offensive play and try to put themselves around that.
A turnover there as Augo takes the ball away, sends it out wide for Campos. Campos claims it, sends it back to Augo. Nice 1-2 at the sideline. Flag stays down. Augo looks for anyone in the box, decides to wait on it, passes it back instead to Jose Adames. Adames with the ball decides to go back to Cormac Pike, and they will reset.
Very reliant, this Morris Elite team, on their defensive line. Always going back to Cormac, always going back to those 4 in the defense.
The defensive line that at times has been solid this year, but then in other games we've seen they have been very, very turnover prone, and that's what they need to avoid, especially if NJ Copa decides to go to a high press. That, as you mentioned, that's where we've seen Morris Elite struggle, is when teams go to that high press in the defensive third.
I'm sure they've discussed this many times in the Copa locker room. That is the tactic that has Morris Elite scrambled and up for a loss here tonight.
This is Lazo on the ball, the Montville native. Lays it back. Dispossessed was the number 9. We don't have a number 9 on the starting 11 here for NJ Copa.
Number 9, I believe, is Pablo Kawecki.
That is Kawecki. Okay.
Pablo Kawecki, the Cleveland State player from Alcobendas, Spain. Was a junior in 2021. 19 games involved, 18 starts. So very impressive on his college career.
And 6 goals and 4 assists last season. Spent 5 years with the Atletico Madrid Academy in Spain. So has a good pedigree in his youth career.
Yep.
One of the names, actually, a couple names not here tonight for NJ Copa. They are missing their top goal scorer. That is Jeremy Savaria, who's got 6 goals in the season. He is not here tonight. They are also missing one of the big names, and that is Jose Del Valle Juarez, who spent 2007 to 2018 in the Real Madrid Academy from Madrid, Spain. He is not here tonight, and I'm sure Morris Elite is slightly thankful for that, because Real Madrid, slightly good club. Slightly decent.
Slightly is a good word for that.
Winner of this year's Champions League, 1-0 over Liverpool, is going back is Gabriel Ado. Almost turns it over. Nice pressure early there from Morris Elite, and they win another header. DeRossier heads it back strong to Adames. Adames sends it forward, but Campos was flat-footed going the other way. And collecting this is NJ Copa. Gabriel Ado on the ball. Going into his junior year at Rutgers University, native of Accra, Ghana. Actually played at the Phoenix Academy in Ghana, which is actually a very cool story. It's a non-profit organization run in Ghana to get youth players experience at higher levels, get them signed, and move them on to professional careers. He is a product of that, looking to take it as far as he possibly can.
And I'm pretty sure he's taken it to a very far level being here.
And being here, going to Rutgers, Big Ten, so it has certainly worked there. So Morris Elite will be trying to break him as part of that back line. One slightly smaller than you would normally see for a center back, but NJ Copa going with him there in a 4-3-3, and that's out for a NJ Copa throw. Both teams coming in onto this game on losing streaks. Morris Elite losers of 5 straight, but again, a much better result in their last game, a 3-2 loss to FA Euro, who they had their only victory against this season at home. A losing streak of 2 in a row for NJ Copa coming into this game. So both teams trying to get into the form.
Right.
Very little chance that either of them will make the playoffs, even though we're halfway through the season, but very, very tough to catch up, especially with some dominant teams in the Metropolitan Division. But at this point, you still have that outside chance. You're still playing for that pride, so we'll see what they decide to do.
They both have something to gain tonight, a little bit of pride, like you were saying, a little bit of retribution, a little bit of trying to get back what they've lost all this season.
As this one is collected by DeRossier on the sideline. Nice move there. Lays it inside to Oscar Valencia.
Great footwork.
Here comes Morris Elite with Smith. Nice interception, though, by Kawecki. Kawecki cuts inside. Another nice move by Kawecki. Sends it around. And now lays it off inside. Here we might have a roster change, actually. Potentially? No? Okay, never mind. As NJ Copa has possession now with the number 6 of Pablo Rasso Rodriguez. Dispossessed there was Yazo, but Copa collects along the back line. Playing their outside backs high out of that bank of 4. They know they can, more bodies they can put in, the more pressure they can provide. As this one is played across and intercepted and collected by Velasquez. About 7 minutes played here. No score early on here between NJ Copa and Morris Elite.
But very even in playing styles. I mean, you got that very offensive prone method of pressure that we've seen with Copa.
Yep.
And we've seen a little bit of kind of getting back to what they've wanted, but getting back to kind of singular one-on-one thing that we've been seeing with Morris Elite here.
Yep, Morris Elite determined to keep their style, play out of the back as Cormac Pike sends a long ball over the top, trying to get on that as Adames. He does. Jose Adames, the outside back, lays it inside. The shot, what a save!
Wow.
The rebound still there. Another shot saved off the foot of Valencia. What an incredible save by Samuel Jones.
And the ball's still in play, but I mean, what a great play by Morris Elite there. Great pass by Cormac Pike, I might add.
Inside, Smith looks for the 1-2, plays it back out. What a great chance early on from Morris Elite, but nothing going home. Cross to the back post, looking outside, but not there. And it'll be all the way out for a throw-in for NJ Copa. Good series of play there, and starts with a great ball over the top from Cormac Pike.
Very aggressive change of play by Cormac Pike. Just passes that ball right into Adamas' feet, gets that nice little entry into the penalty box, just misses it by that much.
But what a save by Samuel Jones. The Winthrop product, a native of Savannah, Georgia.
Actually went to military school, Benedictine Military School.
And actually came through the South Georgia Tormenta Academy. They run teams not only in USL League 2, but also USL League 1 at the professional level.
And he's actually a very good professional, being a goalkeeper coach at Charlotte Independent Soccer Club, so also very well trained on the playing and the teaching side of things.
I think he just showed why on that last save. What an incredible stop that was. And that's a couple of times that's happened with Morris Lee. They've just run into a goalkeeper that just has made incredible save after incredible save. As here comes NJ Copa on the counterattack. Referee gets a little bit in the way there, but they keep it going. Kowecki intercepted by DeRosier. Nice pickpocket there, and Morris Elite will collect through Adamas. Takes a deflection, heading toward the press box, and
that, wow.
Almost took out the camera by about 7 or 8 inches.
Wow.
That was close, and our producer is having a mild heart attack at the moment.
You mean I actually felt the thrill of being in the game without actually being in it, you know what I mean? That's what you get when you watch professional soccer. Oh.
I just hope these players realize they'd be paying for that thing, and it's a couple of grand. Here comes Morris Elite the other direction. Moving forward with it is Navio. Navio lays it off inside. Top of the box looking for Smith, but intercepted nicely there by Copa, who's under the pump a little bit here. Good start for Morris Elite.
Very good start, I might add. They're actually using their press to their advantage. They somehow figured out a way to get past their pressure into using a different method that actually defies the pressure, really.
The pressure is great unless you can break it. If you can effectively break that press game, you can get into odd number situations, especially if it's not well drilled, as holding this one is Augo. Decides to go all the way back to Velasquez. Looks like the forwards and attacking mids are just kind of in their own little nebulas here. They're all kind of moving around into different positions. As here comes, getting on that is Otto.
You want to talk about nebulas? I don't see any nebulas here from like 5 miles. I think all the rain cleared away.
Here comes the number 16 of Adamas. Sends a long shot with the chip. Oh, and he tried to catch Jones off his line. Good start for Jose Adamas as well, the native of Bilbao, the NJIT Highlander who just graduated.
I mean, you can already see this presence of Cormac Pike and Jose Adamas immediately establishing themselves as defensive and both offensive powers.
As this one goes wide, Andres Lazo. Lazo looks for options, decides to lay it back. This is Anthony Ravito. Ravito lays it inside. Collecting that is Kowecki. Tries to go outside, but no one's there. An off-target pass and a throw-in from Morris Elite.
And could we see a little bit of a fricassee, kind of almost, of that Copa defensive line? I mean, you had nobody there. Could they be getting in their minds a little bit?
Well, you get that frustration, especially with the way that Morris Elite is kind of defending the midfield. I think we're expecting someone to be there either from their side or Morris Elite to intercept, and nobody was. But here comes Morris Elite with some numbers coming the other way.
And like we were saying before, in comparison to other games, this game, Morris Elite is actually finding their people.
Yep, they're finding it. Yep.
Right, they're finding a presence, they're finding a rhythm, and they're going with it.
Smith on the ball now. Smith looks for options, goes wide. This is Navio. Jordi Navio tried to connect with Smith on the 1-2 inside, cuts inside, but loses it off his foot. And collected by Copa. Into the 12th minute here, still scoreless, but a couple of good chances from Morris Elite early.
Very good chances indeed.
Just have not found the finished product as of yet. Still a long, long way to go in this one.
Right.
Copa on the ball now with Yazo. Goes to the outside. Inside now to Sirkin. Sirkin passes it back to Yazo. Taking their time. They are lays it inside now to the 34 of Lazo, who's on the opposite side now. This one's sent down the wing. Looking to get on that. He's the number 7 of Portas. Sends it across. No one there for Copa, but it takes a deflection. Kept in, though, by Morris Elite.
There you go.
Keeps it going, avoids the corner kick. This one kept in. Nice 1-2 there, and here comes Morris Elite the other way. Trying to get on that was the 16 of Adamas, but couldn't quite get there. Now Copa tries to go the other way. Good defensive play by Vasquez, but stays with Copa on the wide side. This is Albert Portas. Lays it over to Yazo. Back to the number 6 of Rodriguez. Another chance, a long-range effort, and scores! From long range against the run of play, Albert Portas makes it 1-0 Copa.
Wow. I mean, talk about a change of rhythm in this game.
Let's take a look at that again on the replay. And again, it's been all Morris Elite for most of this game.
Exactly, yeah.
All it takes is one effort, one pass,
Good
and
God.
one shot with a one skip off the turf.
Good Lord. Talk about a right foot that just went straight into the net.
And it looks like the assist is the number, I believe it's the number 6 of Rodriguez with the pass for that assist. So Rodriguez gets the assist on Albert Portas' goal. That's his first of the season for Albert Portas.
There you go. Put him on the scoreboard.
Puts him on the score sheet. And now if you're Morris Elite, you've dominated this game.
Exactly.
You've had the better chances.
Right.
Now you found yourself behind. How do you respond? Remember, they were down 3-0 in their last game against FA Euro. Came back to make it 3-2.
I mean, at this point, we already seen this momentum change from Copa, right? And what they had to do, they have to get their courage up. They got to build something in there. They got to say to themselves, hey, you know what? They scored on us. We got to score on them.
Well,
we got to get retribution.
Well, here they come as a player is trying to put on a shoe. That's DeRosier from Morris Elite.
And we see that pressure from Morris Elite building again. They're hungry for that goal.
Yep, as they lay it off the inside. That 1-2, though, does not connect with Smith as Valencia tried to lay it off. Good pressure there from Augo, but getting it past there was Otto back to Jones. And again, those two saves from Samuel Jones, keeping Copa in the ascendancy. 1-0. They have that lead. It easily could be 1-1 at this point.
But what is interesting, you know, we have the Morris Elite goalkeeper, Alex Velasquez, native from Newton, New Jersey, had that goal get in so easily.
Took a skip on him.
Exactly. That man right there has had 5 on him and hasn't let that one in. Hasn't let any of them in.
And here comes Morris Elite going out wide, trying to get back into the offensive rhythm. Trying to level the scoreline. Nice pass inside to Smith.
There you
Luke
go.
Smith, cross to the back post. He looks for Valencia. No one there. Had a couple runners in the middle, but did not see them. Valencia now. He sends it in. Nice clearance there, though, from Copa. Cormac Pike connects.
Yep.
Oh, but goes off the hand. Yes, it was. Of Albert Portas, who almost caught that ball as it was kicked up to him.
You can already see the awareness of Cormac Pike with that call of handball, even before the refs got to that.
The question is, will the referees call it? Because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But somebody did, so thankfully a free kick for Morris Elite's way. Another turnover. Now numbers for Copa. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Now 3-on-3 as they go wide. Here comes that attack for NJ Copa. They lay it off inside, trying to get it clear, and eventually Cormac Pike will collect, avoids Albert Portas, and now Morris Elite will send it upfield. 1-0 Copa against the run of play. Nice ball forward there, though. Looking to go over the top, and trying to get there was Campos, but took a spill, and he is staying down, and that is not good for Morris Elite. He's been a catalyst for them.
Right. Will the officials take a look at that? Nope. He's gotten up.
He has gotten up.
That man has courage, I'll tell you that.
And this is a nice turnover there. Coming forward is Valencia. Oscar
Setting
Valencia.
it up.
Augo now. Augo on the ball. Looks for the outside. Nice challenge there, and he'll throw in for Morris Elite.
Again, from that play, no men were there. No, it was a 4-on-1 opposition in favor of Copa. I mean, those chances are in favor of Copa. Those chances are not in favor of Morris Elite, and they got to do something about that.
A slip on the throw in there, and a turnover as Copa will take advantage. They go back to Carmel Segu. Interesting story, him as well. Went to Tenafly. He's from Tenafly, but also spent his time at the Soccer and Olympics Management Institute of Rome.
Right, yeah.
One of the longest high school names I think I have ever seen in my life. Also played for Patacona CF while he was over there.
There you go.
So, again, some experience internationally. Nice move
Right.
inside. Here comes Copa on the attack again. Will they try from range? They will. The shot, another goal! Another one from 20 yards out, and Copa has a 2-0 advantage and a mountain to climb early as Eric Sirkin, I believe, cuts inside and makes it 2-0.
I mean, what has just gone on with this team? You had 10, 11 minutes of pure perfection in terms of soccer, and it just fricasseed in 5 more minutes.
As we'll take a look at the replay here, as Sirkin just using that pace, and again, the turnover right at the edge of the defensive third, and another long shot, and you see there the skip off the turf again. It's not bouncing up as Velasquez is hoping. And right now, though, I mean, the heads now are going down for Morris Elite. After that first goal, you sensed, okay, they still have some fight left.
Right, yes.
Now you're starting to see heads going down. That has to turn around, and someone has to be a catalyst very quickly. Otherwise, this one could get ugly.
Right, and of course, what we're seeing from Velasquez, his weakness from what we've seen from those 2 Copa goals are long shots. If Copa keeps going with these long shots, this might well end 4-0.
It might turn into a shooting gallery, and again, we've seen that, though, against Velasquez. If there's one thing that he's had a bit of a weakness on, it's been on longer efforts on target for whatever reason. So maybe Copa has that in their scouting report.
Throw in for Morris Elite here.
As they move on the outside and defend it away. So far, still 0-0 in the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinal between NYCFC and the Rebels. Still no score apparently in that game. We'll keep you updated on that here, and we appreciate you joining us for our stream for this game here tonight.
I will speak.
Interception here by DeRossier.
Oh.
Edouard DeRossier with a shot from range, and he pulls it just wide. Better there from DeRossier as he made the interception. I think he felt a little bit responsible for that turnover that led to the second goal. Tried to make up for it there in a better effort, so.
Way better effort in terms of getting an interception. I mean, this team is just basically going off of these passes left and right. An interception definitely changed up a lot of mentality in terms of a Copa team.
And we're also seeing a higher press now from Morris Elite. That is not the normal game plan. Almost a turnover there. Calmly done by Gabriel Ado. Or Ado, I should say.
But you know that
turnover again, though.
There's
Here
the
comes
press.
Campos. Campos gets hip checked off it by Kowecki. Nice play there as he lost possession.
You wanted a catalyst. Joao Campo, number 19 from Morris Lee, is your catalyst. I mean, just explosive energy coming out from the attacking third.
A goal and an assist in their last game that lost to FA Euro. You feel like maybe he needs to do something, and he almost did. Nice interception again by DeRossier, but losing that one was Smith. As they go to Ado. Again, we mentioned the Open Cup game happening in Harrison across the river, but already an upset in the quarterfinal round last night as Sacramento Republic knocked out the LA Galaxy 2-1 into the semifinal. They're actually the first USL team to make it into the semifinal of the competition since FC Cincinnati in 2017, who were knocked out by the New York Red Bulls on their run to the final. As that one's laid inside, almost ahead there for Campos. And collected by Jones. Sporting Kansas City, the team who beat the Red Bulls in the final of that
There's the press
U.S.
again.
Open Cup, taking on Union Omaha tonight from USL League One. So it could be an all-USL semifinal in the Open Cup. Here comes the press.
There's
Morris
the press.
Elite almost turns it over.
That is what you need, Morris Elite.
And absolutely it is, but it's a turnover. Now numbers the other way. Here comes Rovito, sends it wide, looking for Sirkin. But ends up going back to Velasquez. But you're seeing there's still that confidence, there's still that energy from Morris Elite here. Now the question is, can they capitalize on it at least once?
Their heads are not down like you were saying before. Their heads are up, they are hungry, and they want it.
As that one almost goes out over the screen, hits the bench.
Let's just hope it doesn't hit the camera again.
Well, yeah. Don't say again. It hasn't happened once yet.
It was close. It was close. It was like you were saying 7 or 8 inches
About
off.
a half a foot away.
Yeah, there you go.
As Adamas looks for an option for the throw-in. Goes over the top looking for Joao Campos. Instead it goes out, and it'll be a Morris Elite throw. Campos, again, a talented attacking midfielder in his own right, had 4 goals and 8 assists last year for Sussex County Community College, the Skylanders. So this one's defended down. Nice play there by Smith as Campos is on it. Campos Plays it outside, trying to get on that, but well defended by Addo as they were trying to get it over to Adamas, who's been one of the dangerous players as well for Morris Elite down this left-hand side. 23rd minute, 2-0 NJ Copa, and it has to be said still against the run of play. Goals from Albert Portas and Eric Sirkin have the visitors in front here in Newark. Nice slide tackle there, and here comes NJ Copa the other direction. But the press trying to hold them in as long as possible. Just get enough numbers back where you're not outnumbered. That pass takes a deflection. DeRossier collects. Edouard DeRossier. Augo. Surrounded by 3 players from Copa.
Wow.
Trying to not turn it over. Pokes it away and getting there almost first.
Ooh.
It's a hard collision there as Santiago Vasquez went after it. Pike now on the ball and tries to lay it across. Did he keep it in Valencia? Yes, he did. But Copa collects.
And there's that.
Oh, and a foul as Adamas.
Goodness gracious.
With a little bit of a shove in the back there on Andres Lazo. And so a free kick for Copa. And the heads went down after that second goal, but as soon as they got those 1 or 2 opportunities with the high press and went to that, well, Morris Elite has certainly still been in this contest, but it has to change on the scoreboard. That is where they have had problems. Nice play there by Cormac Pike as he sends it out of play for a throw. Still no score across the river between NYCFC and New York Red Bulls, although 3 yellow cards have already been handed out. So whoever said that they don't take cup competition seriously, well, they should tell the players because it has turned into quite the derby match over there in Harrison, apparently. And sensing, though, that there might be some explosive moments in this game as well. The more Morris Elite tries to press, and if they stay frustrated, there could be some clashes in this game as well that try to get Copa off their game.
Like you were saying before with that frustration, they got to keep that frustration in control.
Check. Nice turnover there to DeRossier.
There you
the pass
go.
Intercepted, and then DeRossier goes in hard. Heavy challenge on Yazzo and a free kick for Copa.
Like I was saying before, they got to keep that frustration in check, in control, because that frustration, while it is good, while it's beneficial, it can also be harmful and can probably let another goal in. Probably not what they want. Definitely not what they want, especially at this stage in the game.
Well, you're seeing at this point in the season, you've seen the transformation in Morris Elite. Some of the players have been constants. Cormac Pike, Adamas, Navio, DeRossier, Smith. Some of the other players, it's the younger guys that haven't gotten a lot of time, and they're hungry to prove themselves. Campos has come through and has done well.
Right.
Valencia has been called up from the academy team, and they're the ones that have been causing chaos. As this one is laid inside, nice play there by another one of the new players. That's Santiago Vasquez, another member of Sussex County Community College aside from Columbia, New Jersey. Actually had 4 goals and an assist in 10 starts last year as a freshman. But playing in that center back role for Morris Elite. 2-0 Copa still here in this one. Again, we want to thank you, though, for joining us here on the broadcast. We also want to thank our sponsors, Alfred Sports Shop, The Shop Chatham, and Jag 1 Physical Therapy for their support of Morris Elite SC. And again, if you want to see one of your games broadcast, whether it's a high school game, semi-pro game, or a special awards event here on Morris Sussex Sports, contact George Muha, George at Morris Sussex Sports, for more information. Also, happy birthday, George. Celebrated his birthday a couple days ago. The Grand Muha, as he is known by some of us here at the Morris Sussex Sports family. Any of this would not be possible without George and his vision. So, happy birthday, George, and thank you. Copa on the ball. Looks for the ball over the top. Getting to it first, though, is Santiago Vasquez. But offside was Copa and a free kick for Morris Elite. Still no showers going on yet. Again, we expect them to roll in anytime after about 9 o'clock or so. So they'll more affect the second half. We've had drizzles kind of on and off all night.
Right.
And again, we've seen the effect of that. The turf slightly slick enough, and the 2 shots from long range have skipped by Alex Velasquez. But a couple of slips here and there as well, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. And if we do get those showers, all it takes is one slip that can cause a goal-scoring opportunity. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go along.
It can either be a goal or it can be an injury. Let's hope it's not the latter.
Certainly not. We appreciate Jag 1 Physical Therapy being here. We hope they are never used.
Right.
As here comes Morris Lee the other direction. This is Campos. Campos lays it in front, but no one's there, and it'll go back to Samuel Jones. Calmly collected. Lays it across to Segu. Coach Donato calling for the press and was a little late in coming as now Copa has the space. Here comes NJ Copa going the other direction. Passes forward but intercepted by Vasquez calmly. And on the ball there, the number 7 of Matt Agudelo. That was Abyss. Yes, last home game, as that one is almost played through by DeRosier, but a little bit too late again, as that was intercepted by Valencia. Valencia on the press, though. Valencia using that speed, and escaping for the moment is Copa. Yazo on it. Passes it back. Segu. Goes out wide to Carlos Portas. Portas brothers, I mentioned, both from Barcelona. Both went to Erskine College and then transferred on. Albert Portas, who scored the opening goal, now at Cleveland State. Carlos at East Tennessee State, continuing their D1 careers. As here comes Albert Portas looking for a second. Goes out wide. Portas lays it back to his brother. Now to the inside to Rodriguez. Has an assist tonight. Rodriguez looks for an option. Lays it back instead to Ado. Ado goes wide. Jonathan Yazo. Yazo has room, cuts inside. DeRosier on him, goes wide instead. Copa sends it across. Collected, almost fumbled away there by Velasquez, but he holds on to it. Still 2-0 Copa here in the 29th minute on goals from Albert Portas and Eric Serkin. Long ball over the top. They tried to get it, but coming inside is Valencia. Valencia, though, loses it in his feet, has to collect it again. Goes out wide to Campos. João Campos cuts inside to that right foot. Lays it back for Smith. Back to Campos. Sends it across, looking for Augo, but intercepted nicely there by Segu. Yazo goes wide. Eric Serkin doesn't have much support. Goes wide instead. Almost turned over. Almost getting there was Matt Agudelo. Agudelo with a pretty good pedigree of his own right, going to Drew University out of the Pingree School. All county high school honors. 2 goals and 4 assists last year. He gets the chance tonight in that starting 11.
Like you were saying before, he attended Drew University. He actually made the 2 goals that pushed Drew to the Landmark Conference Final in the year that he was on the team. So congratulations to Matt, and be well on this team, Matt.
Going on to his junior season, was a sophomore last year. Made a pretty good impact, as you just said, Sebastian. As here comes the pressure again on Ado. Goes back. It's a bit of a distant pass, though, for Jones. No one there, though, to really pressure him. Just had to make sure he won the race. Ado on it now. Again, that high press from Morris Elite, trying to cause that one mistake that can lead to it, but there's that long pass to break the press.
Like you were saying before, David, with that pressure being instituted by Morris Elite, not in their usual playbook, but it's something that's actually working now. In their past 6-7 games that they've lost, they've kind of had to learn something from it, would you say?
You do, but again, every game's a new experience. You have to deal with, every opponent's going to have different attributes. So it's the same in one way, but in another way, every opponent's going to react differently to how you play them. So that's something to keep in mind.
But the thing is, this Morris Elite team has always been faced with the same offensive tactic. It's always been that high pressure. And every time, it's always led to that other opponent coming in and leaving with the victory.
Offside there was the number 9 of Kawecki. 2-0 in the 32nd minute, as we're about the halfway point of the season for most of the divisions here. Right now, it is Long Island Rough Riders and Manhattan SC that are in the automatic playoff spots. FC Motown in that 3rd spot. The playoff spots shared between the Metropolitan and Northeast divisions. Right now, FC Motown on the outside looking in. It would be Boston City, who's the 3rd place team right now in the Northeast division, who would claim that spot. So right now, despite some pretty high level of competition, just 2 teams out of the Metropolitan going to the playoffs as we speak. And there's a turnover. Coming in is Andres Lazo. One-on-one with the keeper. Nice sliding challenge.
There you go.
And keeping it in play. What a job by DeRossier getting back.
But again, looking on the negative side, a little bit of a lack of defensive mindset on that pass by Cormac Pike there.
Well, you know what it was? Everyone was standing still. As soon as you stop moving, it's easier to figure out where that pass is going to go. But a nice job by DeRossier, one of the veterans from last year's team, coming in and keeping it at just 2-0. Intercepted again, though. Morris Elite having some trouble now getting into that offensive third. They were good in the first 10 minutes or so.
Right, yeah.
But at this point, Copa is, again, they're slowing things down. They're passing it around the back.
They are in control. That is what you might say. They are in control of this
Setting
game.
the pace.
Yep, exactly. Pace setters, game changers, and possibly looking as a favorite into going into the second half.
Well, we know one goal can change everything. We remember that game where Victor Villagomez scored an absolute worldie to make it 2-1, and that changed the momentum in that contest against FC Motown. And had the momentum in the first couple of minutes, were denied by a hot goalkeeper, and then that third goal went in. So all it takes is one to get you back in the game. We've seen that this year from Morris Elite, but it's a question of keeping it either at a one-goal game and not allowing the third, or tying it up. That's where they've had the issue.
Right.
As they control things here with Jordi Navio. And again, it's just paying for mistakes as well. Morris Elite has been paying for theirs. They haven't made their opponents pay for their respective mistakes going the other way. Here comes Copa, now the outside. Inside the lead back. This is Rovito. Rovito looks for an option, decides to give it back to Yazzo. Now they go to the opposite side and try down the left. Back to the middle they go, and back to Rovito. Rovito goes down the wing. Kawecki lays it off inside to the 18. Cutting inside there was Lazo. Goes back outside wide to Rovito again. Rovito, 3 players on him, but earns the corner kick for Copa. First corner kick of the match, I believe, for either team here in the 35th minute. 2-0 NJ Copa. Albert Portas and Eric Sirkin with the goals. Both from long range. Kawecki plays it short. Lazo. Kawecki sends it in. Going to the far back post there, but no one really there except for Morris Elite. Now on the ball again. Copa tries on the left, deflected pass there as they try to cross it in. As you mentioned it, Copa now in full control of this contest. Keeping the pace, slowing it down. They know they don't have to try anything different.
Nope.
As they give it to Gazzo.
They just keep doing what they're doing because what they're doing is working.
Lays it back, Rovito. Tries to send it over the top, DeRossier wins it. Trying to chip it over the top there was Adames. Instead, it ends up at the feet of Valencia. Oscar Valencia inside to Campos. Nice 1-2 there. Valencia down the left. Looking for an option on the inside. Valencia goes to the byline. Sends the cross in low to the top of the box. A nice defensive play. And ended up behind. They had Smith over there as well.
Exactly.
But it spun away from him instead of toward him. And now here comes Copa. End-to-end stuff now. Here comes Lazo. Goes wide. Albert Portas. Portas looks inside. Looks for an option. Goes to the edge of the 18. Cuts back on the left foot. Tries for a little flick there with Kawecki. Now it's dealt with. Copa looking for a penalty. They're not going to get one. Campos gives it to Adames. Or Valencia, I should say. Pike now playing in the midfield. Does a nice little spin there. Gives it to DeRossier. And now we'll go back to his position. Adames now. DeRossier. Adames. And Adames, that pass intercepted. It'll go out for a throw-in for Morris Elite. You can hear the adjustments trying to be made by Coach Donato Curci. Looking for anything and everything. Adames looks over the top. That intercepted, though. Adames tries to get there again, but it ends up with Kawecki. Back to Yazzo. Jonathan Yazzo switches field, goes wide to Carlos Portas. Portas 1-on-1 over there. Decides to lay it back now and ends up with Yazo. Rodriguez. Inside to Lazo. And back to Rodriguez. Morsley trying to apply that pressure that was working for a couple of minutes after that second goal, but again, did not find the finishing touch. And now Copa comes the other way on the counterattack.
That pressure, like you were saying before, that pressure wasn't working. They're not finding the rhythm with that play.
Well, again, very humid out there as well, so there's going to be some tired players. So that's a free kick for Copa. And it's going to be a free kick the other way now. Still scoreless, by the way, across the river between NYCFC and the New York Red Bulls in the Open Cup quarterfinal. We'll keep you updated on that match, so stay with us here.
I believe we're keeping that update specifically for Connor in the press box over here.
And me. Thank
you. And you, of course, no problem. Connor here is just a little more enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, he's more out of control.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Free kick here on the sideline. Dangerous position for Copa. Referee is happy. Lays the whistle. It's a low ball to the far post. Defended away as they were looking inside there for Kowecki. And it'll be a corner kick for Copa. They went with the short corner routine the last time. We'll see if they continue with that this time around.
And they went for a low pass in the corner.
And another one outside. Cross is sent in into the 6. Headed down, but a nice save by Velasquez. Good effort there from Eric Serkin as he looked for his second goal of the half.
A little bit of redemption there for Alex Velasquez.
Always nice when the ball is right at you and not traveling at full speed either.
And especially on this wet turf field, really.
Campos goes wide. Valencia goes back inside to Campos. Campos looks for the ball roll. Intercepted. Still there, the pressure, though, from Morris Elite. They tried to turn it back over to Campos. Instead, Copa goes wide and maintains possession. Good job breaking the press again. Now they go inside. Kowecki has some room. Kowecki one-on-one with Cormac Pike. Kowecki cuts back on the left foot. Good defense there. Top of the 18. Good defense again by DeRossier as he gets in there and picks the pocket of Albert Portas.
Again, good recollection of players by Morris Elite on that defensive line. All players got back there.
As that one just goes through, out for a throw-in from Morris Elite. Continue.
And like I was saying before, it was a great recollection of the defensive line there by Morris Elite. Everybody got back there on time. Everybody recollect themselves where the danger zone was, which is in that penalty area surrounding Velasquez. And they got there, and they got that ball right out of their hands.
Nice job by Pike as well. One-on-one with the offensive player, but was already positioning. He's going that way. He's going back on his left foot. As that's an interception there. Not a good pass by Smith.
Cormac Pike, with all the knowledge he has from playing overseas and playing here in this league, you can already tell he has a lot of knowledge to give to these players here.
Here comes Copa now. They recycle it through Rodriguez and now go wide to Portas. Carlos Portas, one-on-one with Agudelo. And we've seen some halftime substitutions at times from Morris Elite. We'll wonder if you're going to see any here. They do have a couple offensive options on the bench, including goal scorer Alberto Pangrazi. So we'll see if they make a change here or what they decide to do. Going out wide, but too far that time for Lazo. And out for a Morris Elite throw. 41st minute, 2-0 NJ Copa here at Rutgers Newark. Frederick Douglass Field.
What I'm hoping Morris Elite will very much discuss in that locker room at halftime, what they're going to do to combat this pressure building from Copa, and how to get around this 2-0 lead that they have to get them back in this game.
And all it takes is one, and it can start coming back. And the 2 goals from Morris Elite in their last game against FA Euro came after the 70th minute. So you want it to happen a little bit earlier on, and you might have that chance for the momentum, as that was done by Jones. And now Copa has a little bit of room to breathe here on their right-hand side. They go down in front of us. Intercepted nicely by Valencia. Nicely done there, Adames. Adames looks for an option, gives it to Smith. Luke Smith sends it back down the wing. Across, hits a Copa player up high, but did not hit the arm, just in the face. Send it across, a nice pass forward, Kowecki. Now numbers forward for Copa. 3-on-3 if they hurry. They have a man running in, that's Rovito. Do they see him? No, they decide to keep it there. Morris Elite players now back here in the 43rd minute. That pass gets away, and a throw in for the hosts. Copa currently sitting just 2 spots ahead of Morris Elite on 7 points. Played one less game, Westchester Flames separating them. If Copa, and there's a long way to go, if they were to hold on for this match, they would, for at least the moment, go ahead of 2 more teams. Top of the 18, they look for an option. Lazo, inside, and an air swing there from Pablo Rasso Rodriguez, as he was waiting for it and then didn't take advantage. But Copa, if they were to hold on to this game, would pass F.A. Euro and Cedar Stars and go into 5th in the Metropolitan Division. Again, a long way to go, a whole half to play, but that is what they are looking at the moment. Adamas. As this one is laid up top, Yazo goes wide. Albert Portas. Portas looking for an option. Goes to Yazo, now wide. Cutting in on this is Carlos Portas. The shot goes one, he scores! Carlos Portas, the outside back from range again at the edge of the 18. And it's 3-0 just before the break, and that is an absolute dagger for Morris Elite.
That is unbelievable. In a word, I believe that's what I'm feeling right now. I am lost for words for Morris Elite at this point. 3-0 lead, and how will they get back for this in the next 45 minutes?
And
that is my question.
A lot of hands on hips, a lot of heads down now for Morris Elite. It'll be up to Coach Kirchie to try to turn this whole attitude around as Carlos Portas joins his brother on the score sheet, his first of the season. And with a mere minute or a half to go in the first half, it is 3-0 NJ Copa.
And that shot by Carlos right there, that was just, like you were saying, a dagger. It just went straight diagonally, finding itself in the rightmost corner of the net.
And you don't want to say what substitutions need to be made. You almost feel like maybe Alex Velasquez, a changing goalie, might be on the cards here for Morris Elite. Not because he's been poor.
No.
Just because he's been beaten so many times. At a certain point, and you see this in hockey quite often, even if the goalie is allowing a lot of goals, sometimes it's just not his fault, but you need something to shake up the team, something to get them motivated. But, I mean, that's 3 goals from outside the box. Those are shots that, at this level, you're looking to make a save on. And all 3 of them have gotten through. Jomar Vizcaíno, the backup goalkeeper for Morris Elite tonight, on the bench and available. So we'll see what Coach Kirchie decides to do, but there will be a lot of decisions to be made now at halftime. And again, this is a Morris Elite team that was in the ascendancy for a good chunk of this first half, maybe not the majority of it, but could not find the finishing touch after a couple of brilliant saves by Samuel Jones. And they have paid from long range in this contest. Zach Cross goes ahead and intercepted by Copa. Game where they have, again, not played, you can't say played poorly.
No.
But have just been absolutely punished by every single mistake that they've made.
Right.
And that will be the halftime whistle.
You can already see Cormac Pike over there getting a little angry, frustrated with Donato Kirchie, hoping that they're going to figure something out here.
Well, there will certainly be a lot of discussion and a lot of changes that might need to be made. But we go to the break. We'll come back with some halftime news and notes in just a couple of minutes. But for right now, halftime here at Rutgers Newark. 3-0 NJ Copa here on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports.
During these stressful times? Well, then look no further than modern acupuncture. Modern acupuncture will ensure your time there will not only be relaxing, but make you feel rejuvenated. Not only will your stay be comfortable, but safe as well. All staff at Modern Acupuncture practice safe social distancing guidelines and keep all equipment and rooms sanitized after each visit. Modern Acupuncture, making lives better.
Huh.
Whether you are a trucker or a landscaper, accountant or carpenter, needing workers' compensation, general liability, or commercial auto insurance, Gladstone Coverage Group has you covered. Gladstone Coverage Group is a one-stop agency specializing in many types of insurance, including life, personal, business, and Medicare supplement insurance, as well as employee benefits, serving many communities throughout New Jersey. As an insurance partner protecting you and future generations, contact Tyler Brinson at 908-698-0477 or by email at tylerb@gladstonecoverage.com and tell him Morris Sussex Sports sent you.
Chairman's Elite Club Loan Officer Midge Vandelinda of Loan Depot is your go-to person for home loans, whether it's a new home mortgage or a refinance of your current home, and she specializes in renovations for those who want to add on and fix up. Because of her extensive knowledge of loan programs, problem-solving skills, and steadfast commitment to customer service, Midge ensures that each borrower receives superior guidance as they pursue one of the most personal investments of their lifetime. Reach out to her today at 973-202-0992 or mvandelinda@loandepot.com.
Welcome back here to USL League 2 action here on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports 3-0 NJ Copa at the half. But let's give you a bit of an update from this past weekend and some news and notes that are going on around USL and around the country. Another win for the USL women's team here for Morris Elite this past weekend, a 1-0 win over Manhattan. They are still unbeaten, Morris Elite's women's team. And Katie Coyle now the leading goal scorer with 6 goals. They are now number 4 in the national power rankings. They are around teams like Minnesota Aurora, Greenville, Liberty. They're ahead of Indy 11. Just shows the respect that Morris Elite is now gaining as they continue through this season.
I mean, just that alone, number 4 in the power rankings is enough. In their first year being a club, being a whole thing in the W League, I mean, that's amazing for them.
Absolutely it is. And again, their next game, they will take on the Westchester Flames, so it's an opponent that they have beaten already this year. They'll then go on the road to Cedar Stars, who actually were number 10 in the most recent power rankings. Their next home game will be here on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports on the 2nd of July as they take on the Long Island Rough Riders. That's the only team they have not beaten this year. They drew 0-0 with them in the second game of the season. A bit of an update from the U.S. Open Cup games. 0-0 between New York Red Bulls and NYCFC at the half in Harrison. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, though, 1-0 Sporting Kansas City. They lead over Union Omaha, a goal from Shallowy, giving the MLS side the advantage there against the side from USL League 1, who are trying to get through to the semifinals like Sacramento Republic did yesterday. So again, we'll keep you updated on those scores as long as we are on the air. No guarantees if everything goes to extra time or penalty kicks. But again, the playoff picture, though, now starting to come into focus here in USL League 2 in the Eastern Conference. Again, Long Island and Manhattan currently guaranteed spots in terms of these standings, with FC Motown just 1 point above Hudson Valley Hammers for that spot, but currently the third playoff spot, that other spot will go to Boston City. The Northeast, Seacoast United Phantoms, number 3 in the power rankings, by the way. They are in the top spot ahead of the Western Mass Pioneers. Meanwhile, in the rest of the Eastern Conference, the Ocean City Nor'easters from down in South Jersey leading with a 7-1-0 record in the Mid-Atlantic Division on 22 points. They and Westchester United right now will be going through to the playoffs, joined by Lionsbridge FC from down in the Norfolk area. They are top right now by 4 points of the Chesapeake Division, but obviously playoffs maybe not on the cards for Morris Elite or NJ Copa, but still very exciting to see how close all these teams really are in terms of this Eastern Conference. A lot of talent in this area. So we'll keep an eye on that. And again, you never know. You go on a bit of a run for either one of these teams, and you can find yourself in that playoff picture very quickly. But for now, we will go back to our commercial break. When we return the second half between Morris Elite and NJ Copa here from Rutgers Newark on Morris Sussex Sports and Morris Elite TV.
Is the customer's #1. We offer a variety of products and automotive services to enhance your vehicle's performance. Our mission is simple. We never promise more than we can deliver, and we always give the customer more than they expect. Because at Madison Tire and Auto Repair LLC, our philosophy is the customer's #1. Please call us for a quote or service question at 973-377-1915.
Sports medicine is the care of athletes, college athletes, professional athletes, amateur athletes, and we see a lot of weekend warriors.
At the Sports Medicine Center, we're up to date on all the latest techniques, both surgical and non-surgical treatment options for treating all sorts of injuries.
It's important to make the diagnosis, make it quickly, and start the ball rolling with the treatment.
If you can get an MRI done the same day of your injury, a lot of times that's going to help get that treatment started in the right direction instead of waiting 2-3 weeks.
I think reassurance, making the diagnosis, and coming up with a good plan for that particular athlete is a very good thing. It helps to get the folks back on track and limits how discouraged they can actually be from the injury.
Patient education is important. We want the patient to be part of the treatment plan, and having the patient have an understanding of what their injury is, what their treatment options are, it helps them to get back to the sport that they love.
We have doctors with all different specialties within sports medicine, state-of-the-art concussion care, regenerative medicine, and then of course we have our orthopedic surgeons. If something needs to be fixed, we can fix it, more than likely in a minimally invasive fashion.
With the arthroscopic and minimally invasive procedures, we're able to do much of this surgery inside the joint without having to damage any of the surrounding tissue. That allows an athlete to return to sports much quicker.
We're seeing excellent results with regenerative medicine. Ligament injuries that would normally have taken 6 to 8 weeks, now we're seeing 2 to 3 week recovery periods. It gives me great pleasure to be able to treat an athlete and see them succeed back on the field.
At Planet Networks, our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable, and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down, if you speak nerd. We're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait.
Hi, I'm Rob Gusweiler. As the branch manager of our Parsippany location for North Point Bank, I can tell you emphatically that our customers continue to sing our praises. Our community values us as much as we at North Point value our team. Our goal is to always exceed our clients' expectations. If you're just zipping through life and need a helping hand with any of your home buying decisions, please give us a call today.
I've worked with many mortgage companies over the years, from the big banks where I thought I could get the best, most competitive rate, to the small guys where I thought I'd get more personalized service. And I never thought I could have it both, until I met Family First. Family First gave me the most competitive rates in the market with unmatched service. Their team is incredible. They were always at arm's reach, ready to answer my questions, help me weigh different loan options, and work through some of the most challenging closing situations and timelines. I have to say, without a doubt, Family First is the best in the business, and I strongly recommend them if you're looking to finance or refinance your home.
Me in this game, we got big plans. Overcoming every challenge. And right now, that means getting by him. It means putting in the time to get faster, to get stronger. One thing is for certain, I will never be outworked.
Enough?
Never.
All right.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons. Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Cimino & Philippone is a New Jersey-based law firm with offices in Morristown and Hazlet, devoted to providing quality legal representation and personal attention in the areas of residential and commercial real estate, estate planning, and personal injury. Contact Joe Philippone at 732-203-0060 or by email at jphilippone@cf-lawfirm.com.
Choosing a college is a big, big, big deal. But I know I started right because CCM is in the top 2% of community colleges in the nation. And at County College of Morris, I get to choose from over 100 programs. Whether you're just out of high school, like me, exploring career options,
like me,
or seeking lifelong learning,
like me,
make CCM your choice, like me. Go big and visit ccm.edu and aspire to be you.
Welcome back here for the second half. A couple of halftime substitutions to tell you about from Morris Elite. We are just getting them confirmed at the moment. As João Campos and Matt Agudelo are off. They are being replaced by Will Pierce and Gavin Tabije.
All right, let's see what this modified forwards are looking to bring to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And another good shift from Campos, but didn't quite get it. Agudelo gets a half. No changes for NJ Copa that we can see. So, again, Will Pierce.
I mean, they don't really need to change much of anything. I mean, they're already 3 up. They're already up 3-0.
Yep, 3-0 up and in control of this match. But, again, Morris Elite, especially in those first half of the first 45 minutes, were in control. They actually did some pretty good shots.
Right,
but a couple of big saves from Samuel Jones. But, again, the change is confirmed. Matt Agudelo and João Campos are off. Will Pierce and Gavin Tabije are on.
And you can already see Gavin already making plays there, trying to point players left and right here.
As that pass, looking for Will, almost gets intercepted by Pierce as Yazzo gets on it. Again, just having the fresh legs out there at the half.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trying to get anything going. And again, this is a situation that Morris Elite found themselves in. And in their last match, they were 2-0 down at the half, 3-0 down. Then scored the next 2 goals. So all it takes is the first one. There's a turnover forced, but again, players getting each other's way, but Morris Elite keeps possession. The back line unchanged of Adamas, Pike, Vasquez, and Navio. This is Jordy Navio. He looks for an option, goes inside to DeRossier.
See, that's a little bit of a problem here at Morris Lee. They have the possession. When they have the possession, they don't find a man to pass it to.
And the biggest thing that they had on the defensive end that we were noticing is just a little bit too slow on the press. The press, when they had the chances on it, was very, very good.
Right.
But it was just a little bit too slow in applying that press. And we've got some of the coaching staff here in the box pointing that out for us, and we appreciate the news and notes. As this one goes to the inside. Morris Elite looks for an option. Now Ugo tries to flick it forward. Taken out, but no call as Otto stepped through him. No foul there, though. And it will stay with Portas. Carlos Portas, one of the 3 goal scorers for NJ Copa in this game. His brother opened the scoring, Albert Portas. And then Eric Sirkin with the second goal. All 3 goals coming from outside the 18 for NJ Copa.
Right, again, those long balls. I mean, that's probably at this point, that you could identify that as Velasquez's weakness, those long balls. And that's probably what they're going to do in the next half.
And we're seeing some slight showers starting to roll in. Again, that was a possibility about this time of the night. It's very, very light, and it's expected to be light pretty much all night, but the few drips now coming in. That's a nice clearance there. Up in the air as Morris Lee battles for it, tries to regain possession, and a foul against Rodriguez. As again, 0-0 in the Hudson River Derby in the quarterfinal of the Open Cup. Still 0-0 as the second half has started there. We'll keep you updated of that match. Again, Sporting Kansas City leading Union Omaha 1-0 in the other quarterfinal. The last one actually will be played next week. Nashville taking on Orlando for the final spot in the semifinals.
You can already hear Donato Kirch. He's screaming to his players, move out, space out.
Well, there's a nice interception by Tabihe.
There you go. That spacing out works.
Nice taken out there, but getting the ball was Carlos Portas, according to the referee. Now DeRossier tries to intercept. Kept by Yazo, and now going back to Otto. Goes wide, looks for a sideline pass. Kept in nicely there by Copa. The chippiness starting to pick up a little bit. Some challenges going in, but now Copa with numbers. Good job getting back there, though, from Will Pierce. Pierce playing that more defensive role. Luke Smith turning into more of a provider. He's moved up the pitch a little bit. There's a battle there with the number 5 of Segu.
Again, that pressure being used by Morris Lee is creating more chances, as we saw there with Gavin.
Gavin Tabije is going into his sophomore year at Brown as this one goes over the top. Now Sirkin, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Coming out, the shot from Sirkin, spinning! Does not go in! Goes off the post and stays on the line.
Wow.
A reprieve from Morris Elite there.
Oh my gosh, talk about a save there.
Sirkin using the spin off the turf to his advantage and almost pulled a bit of a cue ball trick shot there on the turf.
You can see Sirkin there already frustrated with himself, saying that would have been a nice one.
I don't think that's what he was looking for. I think he was just looking for that simple, calm, curling shot to the low corner. But the way he sputted it almost turned into something. Almost looked like magic. It was just a slow spinning shot for the post.
I mean, he had a chance right there. He was just going for it. It was just a one-on-one with the goalie there.
Carlos Portas to the byline. Cuts back on the right foot. Lays it inside. Right about the penalty spot. Now top of the 18. Yazo with a shot. And that one deflects off a couple of posts on the netting and stays in play. A goal kick for Morris Elite. Let's go through the benches for both teams. The available subs still there. A couple of subs already used from Morris Elite, but Dylan Estrada, Alberto Pangrazzi, Edgar Torres, and Ethan Streeter, one of the new signings, available on the bench along with Jomar Vizcaíno. 6 subs available for NJ Copa. Nicholas Carrera, Joseph Davis, Boris Del Valle, the backup keeper, Michael Giannino, Jack Krongold, and Tapia Shumba, available off the bench for Copa. And so we'll see who they decide to bring on. They are comfortable, though, with 3-0 lead in this game, as that one goes way over the top. Going back is Adamas, as a car alarm has gone off. We hope that's no one that we know.
We do hope it's no one that we know. And I can definitely tell it's not me.
As a couple of car alarms are going off. Looks like it's a truck it's a truck in the lot up on the right-hand side, actually.
Is it?
Is going off.
Okay, there you go.
or looks like two different cars might have been going off there.
A little bit of confusion there.
The alarm bell's literally ringing as here comes Copa.
Could those alarm cars a little bit signal change in pace here?
Maybe a change in the weather, who knows? But hopefully, again, that was just someone pressing the wrong button in their pocket and not something more nefarious. Morris Elite tries to go up the left-hand side now. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Samuel Jones, who, again, if it's not for his saves early on in this match, Morris Elite could have easily had the lead here, made a couple of tremendous saves.
Right, yeah.
To keep it 0-0 at the time. And, again, that's where making that one sub as this one gets bounced around. We have a couple technical difficulties. We will work on those as this one is thrown back in. As this one is passed across, and Copa will control things with Pablo Kowecki. Now to Yazo. Goes out wide, and Copa will just slow down the game. Again, this is the biggest thing now with Copa with a 3-goal lead. They just want to control the pace, keep it slow.
Exactly,
keep it in control. Morris Elite's looking for moments of chaos, but right now, just sitting back in that midfield. They're trying to force the press, not in the midfield, but in the attacking third. So we'll see how that plays out for them.
I mean, this pressure that they're using in J Copa, it's working for them. They don't need to do much. Morris Elite, on the other hand, needs to change their offensive tactics to a whole new level.
And just it's calm from Copa, that 4-3-3 just sitting there, and there's the interception again, trying to cut inside there and getting possession is Navio, but he loses out. Yazo on it again. Goes wide to Ravito.
And also you could see a little bit this midfield here from Morris Elite. When NJ Copa gets the ball, it's kind of like they're not really going for it. It looks like they're giving a little bit of respect to these teams, to this NJ Copa here, just letting them pass and do what they want.
As this one's intercepted, and a loose ball chasing to get on that is Smith. Smooth gets it, keeps it in, battles there with Rodriguez. But Rodriguez does a nice job of forcing it, but that chip pass is intercepted. Now goes to Will Pierce. Pierce loses out again, now Kowecki.
It's always those passes in transition that always gets lost for Morris Elite there. You saw it just now. That pass just perfect in theory, in practice, but then it was a quick turnover in just an instant.
By the way, another score to update you on. Toronto defeats Montreal 4-0 in the semifinals of the Canadian Championship. Unsure if this year if they're sticking with the one leg or the two leg in the semifinals, but looks like it might just be the one. So Toronto will move on to face the winner of Vancouver Whitecaps and York United from the Canadian Premier League. As this one goes over the top, calmly done there by Samuel Jones. As you hear Donato Curti urging his players forward, but this one battled for. Nice job by Tavije. Or Smith, I should say. Smith, but loses out that time as the chipping continues. Sirkin does a nice job getting back and taking that one away. BJ again on the field for really the first time we've seen him at home from Brown, but Will Pierce has been pretty much a constant off the bench, the native of Castle Hill, Australia, going to Sacred Heart. So that one is a free kick for Morris Elite. 2-0, by the way, Sporting Kansas City over Union Omaha in the Open Cup. So it looks like the cup set from the third division side from USL League One will not be on the cards, at least for this year. But it looks like Sporting Kansas City will move on to the semifinals to face off against the Sacramento Republic. Long pass intercepted, trying to backtrack on that one, but intercepted, and now Copa comes the other way in transition. Nice job nutmegging Portas there. Goes back to Vasquez, passes it around to Pike, now to Rossier. They're playing with fire a little bit more, Elite, though, and now Vasquez will just send it up the left-hand side, where it's semi-collected there by Valencia. Tries to battle for it. Valencia does get the inside possession and draws the foul. A free kick for Morris Elite. Heavy challenge there. And some frustration on the call, or maybe the play there from Gabriel Otto. He was not the one who caused the foul.
I mean, you can definitely sense some frustration here on this Morris Elite team. Just unbelievable, like, not doing well here on this play here.
By the way, 1-0 New York Red Bulls. Lewis Morgan with a goal. Puts them at front by a 1-0 scoreline. as they take the lead in the New York Derby in the quarterfinal. Lewis Morgan, the signing from the Red Bulls, as a substitution now for Morris Elite. As Ugo is off, and he's replaced by Alberto Pangrazi.
Oh, Pangrazi, the hungry forward coming in.
As this one is sent up, he's also a big target on the set pieces, and he almost gets there. Now it ends up on his feet on the right side, out, and it will be a corner kick for Morris Elite. Copa arguing, thought it came off Pangrazi, but it didn't. Pangrazi has a goal this season, the Lavas Italy native from Fordham.
And like we were saying before, a little bit of change of momentum. Pangrazi is that change of momentum. You can immediately see that in that first play that you saw right here in these first 3 minutes he was in.
As a corner kick gets ready to go here. So again, that's 3 subs already used from Morris Elite. They have one more window to use the rest.
Let's see if they do.
As the referee is
Let's
sorting out some behavior over there.
Let's see if they take advantage of this corner kick, this Morris Elite team.
Morris Elite does have the advantage in height in this contest. That one is sent all the way to the edge of the 18. Nicely kept down, though. A chance and a shot wildly missed from Valencia. Almost cleared away, but it's deflected down by Navio. And now just sent the opposite direction, trying to get there first, and no competition as it's too far away. Velasquez will contain it.
And like you were saying before, Morris Elite having that height advantage. I mean, look at Pangrazi standing very tall and looking over his peers.
Pangrazi easily 6'1", 6'2", has that height that you like in a target forward. He's not quite Peter Crouch, but you like to have that height in a center forward that's going to be a target man up front for you. As that pass, Navio tried to connect. It was a good idea, but
that was
not
a great
quite
idea.
Accurate. As Albert Portas collects.
I mean, any idea, any play would be definitely great by now. I mean, you're losing 3-0. Anything would work right now.
Portas, you can see when Copa goes back into their defensive shell now, Portas is kind of left on his own on an island as that at number 9. As that one attempts to go wide. Smith pressuring. Nice job by Yazzo getting around him. And now they go up forward again. The number 7 of Carlos Portas. Now they go to the opposite wing. Going inside now, Rodriguez. Lays it back, and there you see again, Copa just slowing it down, resetting, not forcing anything in this match so far. Now they have that 3-goal lead. Albert Portas opened the scoring, then a goal from Eric Sirkin, and then Carlos Portas getting on the board. The first goals for Carlos and Sirkin on the season. And the first goal actually for Albert Portas. So
yep, they're brothers. The brothers got their first goals.
All 3 with their first goal, but the Albert Portas did have an assist on the season. So this one's laid inside. Nice takeaway there from Santiago Vasquez. That pass, though, looking ahead for Pangrazi was intercepted. Tough touch there, not available for Morris Elite. Now they have trouble, 3-on-3. A shot from range, and it just goes wide. The 21 of Anthony Ravito looking for the goal sheet. Ravito, the graduating senior from Penn, looking for his goal.
And again, like you were saying before, that those 3 words, shot from range. That is the one shot Velasquez just cannot get on point. And that is the shot that Copa has been taking all this entire match.
And again, goalies do have weaknesses. And
right.
We've seen Vasquez in previous games, that first home match against FA Euro, the shots that were coming at him one-on-one, he was tremendous. But again, some goalies have a more difficult time picking up spin, picking up direction from range. And teams might be starting to take advantage of that as that one goes down the left-hand side, but too far. And so it will be a throw-in for NJ Copa. And it doesn't get any easier for Morris Elite after this match. They've had a couple of games that they've had the chance to win. They still have a chance to win tonight. Granted, it is a long shot with 30 minutes to go. The next 3 games at FC Motown, then home with Long Island, and then home with Manhattan. It's a very, very tough remaining schedule for Morris Elite in the next 3 games. That game against Manhattan, by the way, is the final home game for the men this year. Women's team looking to potentially have a postseason match that they will be taking part in. They are unbeaten, and they are right now 6-1-0 in the W League, the first year of the W League. Currently sitting 4th in the power rankings for those of you who were not here at halftime. Getting a big win over Manhattan last weekend, 1-0. They'll be on the road for their next 2 games against Westchester and Cedar Stars. Both teams' next home outing. There's the press from Copa.
Exactly. There's the pressure again.
Next, both teams will be home. It's the last of the double headers of the season, or at least I should be the next of the double headers of the season. Will be on the 2nd of July. July 2nd will be a doubleheader here at Rutgers Newark. As that one goes wide, trying to get on that is Navio, but just a little bit too far. A good idea, but a throw-in now for Copa. And trying to keep it in. Is it out for a throw? No, it is a Morris Elite throw. And again, a little bit of frustration of the call there from Copa. But again, how much do they really have to complain about? They're up 3-0.
Exactly, right.
But again, that's kind of the mentality. And Copa is a better team than how they've played this season. Last year they had a solid program. They were again right about mid-table in the Metropolitan Division. But there's a culture in this club for NJ Copa that you want to see more of, and you see it there, asking for every call, even though you're up 3 goals.
Right.
And that's what Morris Elite, again, just the second year of this club at this level, trying to build that a little bit. There's a corner kick here for the home team. That one headed away. It was Pangrazi who was looking to get on that. Intercepted. Tabihe gets blocked. Goes wide, and that goes out of play, though. Was trying to keep it was Valencia, but couldn't. Again, moments where Morris Elite looks like they have chances, but just have not fallen for them today, at least not yet. Still a good amount of time left to go.
Right. Like we were saying before, we see all these chances, a lot of misses, but we still have 30 minutes of game left, so let's see what they have.
It's about execution.
Right.
Copa tonight has done it. Morris Elite has not. It's a good ball over the top looking for Rodriguez. Collecting it, though, was Vasquez. And his pass actually gets deflected and a turnover. Copa. But turns it right back over again. Nice job by Vasquez reclaiming his mistake. Smith on the ball now. Lays it back. Vasquez again. Looks to go wide, but no one's there. And you see still playing that pressure is NJ Copa. They are not taking their foot off the gas pedal here.
They are relentless. And, they want to keep that goal. They want to keep 3-0. They want to keep going to 4-0, 5-0. Maybe we see a 6-0 game. We don't want to see that, but you know what? That's what they're looking for.
They are wearing the right colors for a 7-0 scoreline, but we won't mention that while the derby's going on. As this one is laid into the midfield for Carmel Segu. Now Yazo, the player coach for NJ Copa, lays it into the midfield, trying to intercept it with Valencia, and almost did, but Copa keeps possession. Carlos Portas lays it out to the wing. Sirkin. Back to Kawecki. Trying to get an interception is Morris Elite. They finally do and gain possession. No one else warming up as of yet for Morris Elite. They've made 3 subs already. A few players warming up for NJ Copa. Looks like anyone and everyone could be possible for their next substitutions. Be their first of the match. But it's hard to find really any holes in this Copa team. It's been a little shaky maybe in the defensive midfield. A couple of shaky moves from the center backs. Other than that, they've looked pretty solid all the way around.
Yeah, they've been an offensive and defensive powerhouse.
Here comes Pierce. Looks over the top. It's a good ball, but offside goes to BJ as he has switched sides with Valencia. So trying to keep Copa on their toes, I should say. But so far, comfortable for the visitors, NJ Copa. 3-0 scoreline. Again, we want to thank our sponsors here on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports. We want to thank the Shop Chatham, Jag 1 Physical Therapy, and Alfred Sports Shop for their support of Morris Elite SC all season long for both the W League and USL League 2. And if you don't want to miss out on any of the action, make sure to subscribe to both Morris Sussex Sports and Morris Elite's YouTube channels. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a minute of the W League and USL League 2 action all season long. Still about half the season to go. As this one is turned back over. And again, Morris Elite just trying for that breakthrough pass, but swarmed defensively by Copa. As this goes out wide to Addo. Again, updates from the Open Cup. 2-0 Sporting Kansas City over Union Omaha. That game started at 8:30 as they try to lay it off there for DeRosier, but not quite there from Pangrazi. 1-0 New York Red Bulls over NYCFC on a goal by Lewis Morgan. And New York City FC is now down to 10 men, we have just heard. So going from bad to worse for NYCFC in the quarterfinal at Red Bull Arena. Just about 2 miles away from here. If they're, can't quite hear the noise from here, but it feels like you can.
You can't hear the noise, but you definitely will see the traffic in a little bit.
That's we're definitely helping out taking down the camera equipment with Paul just to make sure we don't get caught up in that traffic after the game.
Maybe we can use the camera to see the traffic.
As a substitution coming on here for NJ Copa.
Looks like
it's the number 34 of Andres Lazo is coming off. And it's the number 36 coming on for Copa. That is Jack Krongold will be coming on. So Krongold in for Lazo. Krongold actually played his club soccer at Cedar Stars, native of Freehold. The first substitution for Copa. Maybe trying to get on the score sheet himself. Krongold more of a midfielder by trade. One of the younger players on this roster.
Already creating opportunities out of the bag.
As turnover, and again, Copa in control. 68th minute, 3-0 to the visitors. Albert Portas, Eric Serkin, and Carlos Portas, the goal scorers. Horsley, bottom of the division. Copa, 7th out of 9. Horsley must have come to this game with confidence. And they certainly showed it in that first half. Again, they had a couple of great chances.
Right.
But it just never connected, and one or two mistakes, and they were made to pay for them. But Copa, you can tell, is kind of taking the foot off the gas a little bit now with a 3-goal advantage. They've only got about 25 minutes to go plus stoppage time, so they can just relax a little bit here and just let Morsley play to them.
That's the thing there. Morsley letting them play to them will just try to make more effort for this Morsley team and probably make a lot more errors that can probably cause more goals for Copa.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. As this one goes wide, trying to collect that is Navio, but it takes a deflection off his shin and goes out of play. Looks like maybe Cormac Pike. I do not see Cormac Pike on the field. Oh, no, there he is. There he is.
Well,
he was out of position. There goes Pangrazi on the turnover.
Nobody can miss Cormac.
Pangrazi to DeRosier. Inside to Smith. Smith goes out wide. Smith on the ball again. Looks for options. Lays it back to Pierce. Now DeRosier. Back to Pierce. Lays it back to Vasquez. Vasquez goes wide to Navio. Navio. Good cross into the box. Easily claimed, though, by Samuel Jones. Trying to get on that was Pangrazi.
There you go, Pangrazi again, all the time, right there, waiting for that opportunity, waiting for the assist from somebody from Morsley, and always doesn't make the shot.
Yeah, just the cross a little bit off, a little bit too soft, a little bit too close to the keeper. That's the biggest thing. And again, that's a difficult skill, though, is trying to find the right combination of spin, distance, speed on those crosses from the wing. But that's what makes a great outside back. And that differentiates one from a great one from a good one. As this one goes outside. Well, it must be said, Jordi Navio and Jose Damas, they've been stalwarts in this 11. They've done very, very well this year. Been part of the attack at times. But so far, nothing finding the back of the net yet. Damas actually was key in those early attacks that almost led to the opening goal for Morris Elite, but could not find it because of Samuel Jones. Nice job there by Koecki. 1-on-4, claims it there and just passes it back. Shout out, by the way, to Joseph Balella, who's listening in. One of the interns here at Morris Elite. Loving the Red Bull banter, he says, on the call. And there's a foul against NJ Copa and a free kick. Still no more substitutions being prepared just yet for either team. So this one goes to the midfield now. Here comes Morris Elite trying to get something to kickstart this game. They go wide. Offside is BJ. He can't believe it. But another chance spurned away by Morris Elite, and it'll be a free kick for Copa. 71st minute, 3-0 NJ Copa over Morris Elite. Just 2 more home games left for Morris Elite's men on this field. Again, 2nd of July against Long Island Rough Riders, and then against Manhattan here on the 9th of July. That will be the last home game for the men. So this one goes wide now. Copa just slowing things down and working on their intricate passing now. As that's a foul against Morris Elite. And some discussion, but no yellow cards issued.
Again, you see that little bit of a surrounding kind of defensive play by Morris Elite, kind of using the numbers game on the Copa player.
And they forced the turnover there, a bad pass though, and that's another one though that's intercepted.
See, that's a reoccurring thing that's going on with this Morris Elite team. We've seen that in the first half, seen it in the second half. Bad passing.
Yeah, the passing has not been crisp enough tonight for sure.
We've seen it. There's not many men. We saw in the first 10 minutes they found a rhythm, but then that rhythm got kind of lost in its motion. We don't see that anymore. Going into the first, a little bit of his first half into the second half.
Morris Elite, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
They've been Morris Elite, when they've been successful, it's been in that first 20 minutes.
Right.
We've seen that all year, and it's either in the first 20 minutes when they have their best chance, but it doesn't connect.
Right.
Or it's been the last 20 minutes when the game's sort of out of their reach.
Right.
And it's kind of fallen apart for them. What they need to have is what they haven't seen so far, except for the win against FA Euro, we haven't seen a full 90-minute game from Morris Elite all year. You know, that only game they played full 90 minutes, they won.
Right,
so
exactly.
it's just finding that rhythm once again and getting into it.
It's like they're looking for a Cinderella story to happen for them, like a miracle. They either think they're going to do something in the first 20 minutes, like you were saying, or something was going to happen in the last 20 minutes. That's just not happening. That leads to their 7-game losing streak.
And it's and you don't need the miracle because the one game they did win, it was a hard-fought, gritty effort, and yet that has not been able to be replicated. This is a long shot, taking a deflection and cleared behind. That'll be a corner kick for NJ Copa. By the way, an update from Red Bull Arena, 2-0 Red Bulls against 10-man NYCFC as Luquinhas continues his tear in his first year in MLS. 2-0 Red Bulls. Now looking pretty safe, although not over yet, to head to the U.S. Open Cup semifinals.
And like you were saying before, with that kind of like gritty playing attitude from Morris Elite in the FA Euro win, you know, we see that in this and all these other games. But we've just seen like a more modified, lessened version of it.
Yeah.
They play with that grit, they play with that passion, right? But we don't see all the tough calls, the slides, the tackles, the going on one-on-one. They're playing like they want it, but not like they really want it.
The finished product has not been there for a good chunk of this season for Morris Elite. And again, this is maybe one of the toughest divisions in all USL League 2 as well. You're talking about some top grade A teams that this club has had to face as well. You're talking about Long Island, who might be one of the best teams in the country. They were ranked number 8. Manhattan was ranked number 7 in the top 25 power rankings. As this one goes to Valencia, tries to feed it inside. It's still there for Morris Elite, but just bounces away there from Luke Smith. And he's taken down in the box, no call. It'll be a goal kick for Copa. As the high press is being played from Morris Elite, but easily sent over the top by Copa. DeRosier gets on it, but he's pickpocketed, and now here comes Copa 3-on-3. Moving forward with his Kowecki. Goes wide. This is Sirkin. Sirkin, top of the 18, edge of the box. Feeds it up top. The shot, nice block by DeRosier. Getting in front of the effort there from Portas. Still there for Copa. Edge of the 18. As Albert Portas is almost playing as an outside back now. Now he moves inside. The pass comes across. Cleared up in the air, but not out of the way. Not fully yet. Ends up with Rodriguez. Yazo, calm on the ball. And again, you sense that Copa has this veteran calmness to them when they're on the ball, when they're under pressure. So this one goes down the right-hand wing. Copa looking for a fourth. Nice defensive play again from Morris Elite. They try to transition, and they will a little bit here.
Like you were saying before, that calm playing style that they have, what adds to it really is the amount of games they play with each other. They're experienced with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They know their playing styles. They know their limits. And that adds to that kind of playing style that just incorporates the entire team.
And part of that is having that consistency as well. And again, we talked about in previous broadcasts that change of coach underway, and that can have a huge effect.
Right.
Not only do you have, obviously Donato was the assistant coach last year, was the assistant coach this year, and then took over the role.
Right.
So he knows the players.
Right.
But it still can be a different philosophy, a different way that the game is being projected onto the players.
Different personal connection is what I would say.
Yep.
Like there's a different bond that's shared between player and coach.
As that one is intercepted, but the pass looking ahead from Yazo is also offline. As we're in the 77th minute. No substitutions, again, upcoming for either squad. Morris Leeds already made 3. So this one goes over the top. Flag staying down. It's getting there first was Jones ahead of Oscar Valencia. Pressuring there is Navio, but it ends up staying with NJ Copa. Otto goes to the wing to Rovito. 78th minute, 3-0 NJ Copa on goals from Albert Portas, Eric Serkin, and Carlos Portas. For all of them, first goals of the season for all 3. As that one goes out and wide. And now we will have a couple of substitutions for NJ Copa. Looks like the 19 of Joseph Davis and the number 20 of Tapia Shumba coming into the game. Looks like Albert Portas is coming off, as well as Pablo Kowecki. So Pablo Kowecki and Albert Portas are off. Good shifts from both of them. Tapia Shumba and Joseph Davis are into the contest for NJ Copa. And we'll see how they rotate things around here. Joseph Davis is high school soccer at the Scholar Athletic Leadership Academy, native of Freehold. Another Cedar Stars player from CSA Monmouth. Tapia Shumba, the native of Harare, Zimbabwe, but attended high school in Tenafly, moved here at an earlier age. Currently a sophomore, going into a sophomore season at Fordham. New York Red Bull Academy, former Red Bull Academy player. Made 12 appearances and 4 starts last year as a freshman. As Morris Elite is still looking for anything here with 10 minutes to go. You can hear Donato Curci imploring his players to just keep moving, keep fighting.
I mean, I can understand Donato going after that whole all-fighting thing.
Valencia now on the ball.
But at this point, what are we really fighting for? You're losing 3-0.
Pride.
Exactly. You're trying to, like I was saying before, I kind of set a dark tone with the beginning of my sentence there. Just going with that kind of mentality. You're down 3-0. You got 10 minutes left.
Pangrazi on his left tries to shoot, and it's a heavy challenge in the box. Pangrazi is down. A shot from Valencia is saved. And and that was a heavy collision for Pangrazi.
Oh my God!
As it looks like he is holding the back of his right leg. He took a studs right into his right hamstring as he tried to shoot that one. It looked worse than it was, I think. But
no, the collision at that point just looked horrible.
As we take a look at that replay, as Pangrazi's up on his feet, but Pangrazi gets it here. He tries to cut back on his left foot, and there you see the sliding challenge. And I'm honestly a bit surprised that was not a penalty to Morris Elite. Kind of a 50-50. A triple substitution now for Morris Elite.
We'll see.
As Vasquez is coming off. Luke Smith is coming off. And it looks like Jose Adames coming off. So we're going to see three new players coming on. Dylan Estrada comes into the contest, along with Ethan Streeter. Will go in at outside back, and Edgar Torres goes back in at center back. Pangrazi, fine with the attention. He is back out there. So again, Vasquez, Smith, and Adames are off, replaced by Estrada, Streeter, and Torres. Streeter, one of the new faces, a new signing, new to the team. Plays also at Sussex County Community College, going into his sophomore season. 3 goals last year as a freshman.
Oh.
For the Skylanders. So that one goes out of play for a NJ Copa throw. And once again, every field player used for Morris Elite. But right now, no spark, nothing to show for it as of right now. As claiming this one is Navio. Go wide to Streeter, his first touch. Streeter goes down the wing. He gets shoved, looking for Tabije, but goes out for a Copa throw. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in with us tonight here on Morris Sussex Sports and Morris Elite TV. We also want to thank our sponsors, of course, Jag 1 Physical Therapy, the Shop Chatham, and Alfred's Sports Shop for their support of Morris Elite SC. As another substitution getting ready to come on here is the 23 of Michael Giannino coming into the contest for NJ Copa. He's going to replace Pablo Rosso Rodriguez, number 6.
Michael Giannino, the St. Francis College product, transferred from Long Island University. He's a native of Staten Island University.
Staten Island, New York, yep.
Sorry, my bad.
There you
my
go.
bad. Staten Island, New York. And played high school at St. Peter's Prep.
Yeah.
Confused a little bit there.
Michael Giannino, actually a cool story, actually signed a pro contract in the 2nd division in Spain, signed with Leganés back in 2020. Back here at home, though, in the United States.
And interesting from Giannino, he led his high school team to an undefeated season in his senior year. So that's amazing for him.
And the fact that it wasn't St. Benedict's Prep is also amazing. Usually, if there's going to be an undefeated high school season in New Jersey, there's usually only one team associated with it, but not in this case.
And that team's right here in Newark, right? Probably playing 5 minutes away from here.
St. Benedict's the absolute dominant force in New Jersey high school soccer. Saw them play actually against Del Barton in a showcase tournament. I think it was 2 years ago with here on Morris Sussex Sports.
Really?
Del Barton, great program in their own right.
Oh, yeah.
St. Benedict's
took
them to school. 3-0 the final in that match. It was not a happy day for the Green Wave.
No, interesting thing is I went to high school at Oratory Prep. We don't like Del Barton at all.
Nobody likes Del Barton, I don't think.
No, specifically us. My high school rivalry was very big with Del Barton. We do not like the Green Wave at all.
Del Barton had another Morris County Championship appearance this year. Actually lost in penalty kicks to Randolph in what was a thrilling Morris County final in penalty kicks against the Rams, who were actually the number 11 seed in that tournament and went all the way and won it. As here comes Jordi Navio. Navio one-on-one with Shumba. Cross from Navio, top of the 18. It sits there. A chance for Morris Elite, but again, the shot just does not appear.
You had 2 chances there with that pass from Jordi.
Yep, and again, sometimes it's how the bounce comes up. It doesn't sit for you. You have to take the extra touch off the turf, and that happens a lot. And the chance for the shot goes begging. I believe that was Dylan Estrada who had the chance on that one. So this one goes back to Jones. Jones, pretty calm second half for him. He was busy in the first half, made a couple of big saves, but other than that, it's been a pretty calm. Actually, both goalkeepers haven't had a ton to do in this second half. Not a ton of shots on goal or action to concern themselves with. As coming forward is Segu, but calmly taken care of there by Navio. This is Pierce. Pierce goes wide. Navio looking for options. He doesn't have any and has to go back. And again, Copa doing a good job of shutting down the passing lanes, but for Morris Elite, it's got to be more movement for them in the midfield to try to open things up. That's a long ball over the top. Trying to get there is Streeter. Good sprint from him, but couldn't quite get there as we're into the last 5 minutes here of this game here at Rutgers Newark. And now after the first 15 minutes, it's been all NJ Copa. After the first 15 minutes and that first goal.
Right. I mean,
this one goes wide.
Just setting the pace from that 15-minute mark onwards, passing it off, passing it down, up and down the field. I mean, it almost feels like they're just playing a practice game at this point.
That's where Paul, our producer, calmly observing us over here. Again, some of the best in the business, so thank you, Paul, for pushing the buttons and making sure we behave ourselves up here. No time for any shenanigans.
I know he loves our energy that we share on this broadcast.
It's good to work with good people.
That's is a fact.
It's good to work with good people. So this one goes over the top. Going out to claim this one is Velasquez. So he'll play it around. One-on-one there with Shumba. Was Navio, and he goes back to the goalkeeper, Velasquez. Pike. Another good effort from him, but frustration as well. As this goes wide to Navio. Oh, excuse me, that's actually Edgar Torres. Torres. Now looks for Navio over the top. It's a good ball.
There you go.
Will Navio get there and keep it in play? No, it just goes over the sideline. And throw in for Copa in the 88th minute. Throw in. Sent clear by Copa. DeRosier the first on it, though. Pierce claims it and goes back to Torres. Now Pike. Pike looks for a long ball for Pangrazi. Pangrazi tries to get a head on it. Comes down. Valencia with a shot gets blocked. Better there from Morris Elite. A good opportunity, but a nice block again from the back line. Carmel Segu again with a nice play. Torres was thinking about a shot there from about 35 yards. He decides not. Torres now down the wing. Cuts inside to the edge of the 18-yard box. Tries to play it across and almost found an option there. Nice job by the center back there. And again, an update on the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinals. 2-0 Sporting Kansas City as that second half is about to kick off against Union Omaha. And 2-0 New York Red Bulls over 10-man NYCFC over in Harrison, just a couple of miles from here across the river. And they will join Sacramento Republic in the Open Cup. Again, not just playoff spots on the line when you think about USL League 2. Not just playoff, but Open Cup spots for next year is also on the cards. And again, right now would go to, if they go by regular season, would go to the Long Island Rough Riders out of this division. Top of each division in USL League 2 gets those places, not the playoff winners. So again, that competition where we've seen upsets in the past. We saw FC Motown make a nice run this past year. They've done it a couple times. So a nice win from North Carolina, a couple wins from North Carolina Fusion U23s this past year. They made it a couple of rounds. Made a couple of upsets against professional teams. So this one comes to the top of the 18 off the corner from Copa, but cleared away in the 90th minute. 3-0 still in favor of NJ Copa, and now they're just trying to run down the clock. Another tough night in Newark for Morris Elite, as there's a foul and a free kick. One thing we haven't seen tonight is the yellow card, actually. It's been relatively clean. There's been a couple of challenges, but unlike some of the other games we've had here this year, it's been very...
Do you remember that yellow card fiasco, that Motown Derby?
I think we might... I think everybody remembers that game.
The Morris County Derby, that game, Morris Lee FC Motown?
Few yellow cards in that game. Just a few.
Just a few.
But none tonight so far, so...
Just a few. What does a few mean? Like 4?
Yeah, into stoppage time here. Again, we do not know exactly the amount of stoppage time, but a free kick for Copa.
Right, it's all dependent on the ref for stoppage time.
Yazo, the only one left over the top. Will he take a shot or a cross? Yazo takes the shot, and it's claimed there by Velasquez. No goals in the second half, only the substitutions that you got. I think probably very minimal stoppage time. In fact, just about a minute, and that's it. The referee blows the final whistle. Another game and another victory for NJ Copa as they snap their 2-game winning streak, but now 6 in a row in the loss column for Morris Elite in a game that they probably thought they had a good chance of getting the W, but disappointment again for the team in blue. We will come back with our player of the match, and we will wrap things up here on Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports right after this quick break.
Is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Back here, full time at Rutgers Newark here at Franklin Douglas Field, 3-0 NJ Copa with the win. Just their third of the season to get them to 10 points, and for the moment, jump them ahead of FA Euro New York and Cedar Stars Rush into 5th place in the 9-team Metropolitan Division. Morris Elite stays bottom of the table with their 6th straight defeat. Morris Elite player of the game, though, we're going to go with Edward DeRosier, who was all over the field tonight, playing in defensively, offensively, had a very good first half especially. But player of the game overall for the match goes to Eric Sirkin. Had the goal for NJ Copa, and again, was all over the pitch, all over the field, and did a tremendous job tonight for the visitors.
I mean, Copa came in with this mentality of using that pressure to challenge Morris Elite going into this, led to this victory. And again, this is the challenge that Morris Elite has been facing these entire past few games. Just going after that pressure, and the pressure losing them.
Yeah, it's been a rough stretch for Morris Elite as this team tries to find some continuity, but unfortunately not there again tonight. A quick update, by the way, before we go. Again, the next home game for Morris Elite will be a doubleheader, a men's and women's doubleheader on the 2nd of July. As they will take on the Long Island Rough Riders Hometown Heroes Day as well, for free admission to all first responders here at Rutgers Newark, as well as military personnel and families. So if you are a first responder and a active or former military member or your families, please come out here to Rutgers Newark and support both the teams as they take on Long Island, who are at the top of the division in both the W League and USL League 2. Well, near the top of the division. Morris Elite's women, obviously, at the top of the women's division in the W League.
Right.
But that'll be the next home game for us here. That'll be the next broadcast with us here. But for now, that is it from a cloudy and spritzing day here in Rutgers Newark, and it kind of fits the mood of the home squad, who lose 3-0. But for all of us here at Morris Elite TV and Morris Sussex Sports, for our producer Paul, my commentator Sebastian Bravo, I've been Dave Hassagen. 3-0 NJ Copa over Morris Elite. We thank you for watching, and we have a good night. Ball over the top, trying to get on that is Adamas. He does. Jose Adamas, the outside back, lays it inside. The shot, what a save! Wow. The rebound's still there. Another shot saved off the foot of Valencia. Lays it over to Yazzo. Back to number 6 of Rodriguez. Another chance, a long-range effort, he scores! From long range against the run of play. Out of experience internationally. Nice move inside. Here comes Copa on the attack again. Will they try from range? They will. The shot, another goal! Another one from 20 yards out, and Copa going to the playoffs as we speak. And there's a turnover. Coming in is Andres Lazo. One-on-one with the keeper. Nice sliding challenge.
There you go.
And keeping it in play. What a job by... Looking for an option on the inside. Valencia goes to the byline. Sends the cross in low to the top of the box. A nice defensive play. And ended up behind. They had Smith over there as well. Lazo now wide. Cutting in on this is Carlos Portas. The shot goes flying. He scores! Carlos Portas, the outside back. One goes over the top. Now Sirkin, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Coming out, the shot from Sirkin, spinning. Does not go in. Goes off the post and stays on the line.
Wow.
A reprieve from Morris Elite there. Semi-collected there by Valencia. Tries to battle for it. Valencia does get the inside possession and draws the foul. A free kick for Morris Elite. Heavy challenge there. And some frustration on the call or maybe the play there from Gabriel.
Going with that kind of mentality, you know, you're down 3-0. You got 10 minutes left.
Pangrazi on his left, tries to shoot, and it's a heavy challenge in the box. Pangrazi is down. A shot from Valencia is safe.